Neighborhood Watch volunteer George Zimmerman on trial for murdering unarmed African-American teen Trayvon Martin. The trial mesmerized the nation. His acquittal outraged millions. And now a stunning must-read new book by Lisa Bloom called Suspicion Nation explains how prosecutors blew this completely winnable case. Lisa, I couldn't put it down. I was turning these pages all night long. Unbelievable stuff. Why did prosecutors blow it?
Thank you, Jane. Well, just quickly from my table of contents, they missed their best evidence. They were too squeamish to talk about race. They bungled the science. They allowed their star witness, Rachel Gentile, to be neutralized. They mishandled the 911 call. And closing arguments were a disaster for the prosecution, where they were essentially arguing reasonable doubt right alongside the defense.
And you point out, for example, in the 911 call, where you hear screaming and you hear a gunshot, that they didn't use that 911 call to their advantage. How did they mess that up?
Well, and they also missed a scientist who wanted to testify that Trayvon's lung was punctured by some of the bullet fragments, which would have prevented him from speaking at all. You know, on that 911 call, the person screaming stops right when the bullet rings out. It sure sounds like it was the victim, not the perpetrator. Prosecutors never argued that.
It was like the defense framed the entire case and the prosecution was on the defensive the whole time.
That's right, Jen. And, you know, I have new information inside the jury room as to the very painful experience that Maddie, the only non-white juror, experienced during those 3 weeks of sequestration. I start the book with that. I have the story of Rachel Gentile, what she told me about how poorly she was prepared to testify, how she was essentially just thrown up onto the witness stand, not supported. I mean, this is really an appalling injustice. That's why I had to write this book.
Well, you do such a good job, and I got to tell you, it reads like a mystery story. You know, at first I thought, well, I covered this case, I know it backwards and forwards, but everything I saw in here, even Trayvon Martin's past, how he was really profiled as a kid in school, it blew my mind. How'd you get this information? 10 seconds.
Well, it was so disturbing to me. I got his school records, I got the school rules, and clearly it was a violation of the school rules, the way that he was disciplined very, very harshly for minor infractions like tardiness. I hope people will read the story and draw their own conclusions.
Suspicion Nation, you must get this book.